Hi friends, hope you're all doing fine. So now in this lecture we will be discussing about a new concept called revenue. What is this revenue? You'll be knowing, you may have an idea. Revenue means something that is coming in to us. So when you consider in the viewpoint of a producer, his or her revenue will be the amount he or she is able to earn by selling goods or services. Okay, so technically to define revenue, we will emphasize the fact that it is obtained from the sale of goods or services. So what is revenue? Okay, first of all, it is amount earned by a producer how does the producer earn? By selling goods or services, right? See, this is just, there is another definition. It is the money or equivalent obtained by a producer or supplier through the sale of produce. Okay, this is the definition of revenue. So now there is nothing much we need to do about revenue. Before I go into the other concepts, we'll have to define types of revenue. Okay, we have already done this in cost. In cost we saw total, marginal, average, same. However, in total cost we saw fixed cost and variable cost. Here there is nothing like fixed revenue and variable revenue. So we are technically defining total revenue or TR. It is the aggregate amount received on selling given number of units. Okay, it is the aggregate amount which is received by selling a given number of units. Okay, if the producer is selling 10 units of a good and is obtaining 100 in total, not for the 10th unit. Okay, so that amount total will be referred to as revenue. AR or average revenue. It is TR by Q. If the producer is selling 10 units for rupees 100, then the average revenue will be 10. So there is some related concept. Price. What is price? It is the amount the producer will receive for selling 1 unit of an output. Okay, so what is this average revenue? It is the per unit revenue received by the producer. Both are the same. Okay, so average revenue is also called price of the good. Okay, marginal revenue. It is the addition to total revenue if one more unit of output is sold, or delta TR by delta Q. know it from the discussion of cost and other things. These are the three concepts of revenue we will be focusing here. But before we go further, tell me something. Do you think the producer will be able to sell any number of units at the same price? If the producer is selling 10 units for rupees 100 at a price of rupees 10, do you think for 100 units also the producer will be able to sell it for rupees 10 each? Differs. Your answer can be yes or no. See, here there are two types of markets. Markets can be perfectly competitive. Perfect competition. Or imperfect competition. What is perfect and what is imperfect? See, don't misunderstand for some running competition or some essay writing competition or anything. Here, basically what we are concerned here is in perfect competition, price will be same. Here, price will vary. Who is varying this price? Naturally, the producer himself, right? So, in perfect competition, why doesn't the price vary? The reason is there will be a large number of producers, so the price will not vary. Okay, but if the number of producers is bit small, each producer can vary the price according to his or her needs. So the producer will be varying the price. Do you think the producer can vary the price, vary the quantity, or can increase quantity sold by increasing the price? I don't think so. The producer will have to reduce the price so as to be able to sell more quantity. We have studied in the law of demand the inverse relationship between demand for a commodity and price. So what the people demand is what the producer can sell. So the producer will be able to sell more quantity of a good only by reducing its price. This is one important point. Okay. So first we will discuss the three curves TR, AR and MR in perfect competitions. Okay, curves. Okay, in both the market forms. In perfect competition, what will happen to TR, AR and MR? As usual, X, O and Y output, TR, AR, MR. Right. What will happen to these three under perfect competition? I have told you price is same. So it will be a line, straight line parallel to x-axis. What will be MR? If the producer is selling 10 units for rupees 10 each, the producer can sell the 11th unit also for rupees 10. So what will happen? The MR or addition will be equal to the price of the good. It will not vary. So it will AR is equal to MR. Right? AR will be equal to MR. What will happen to TR? 1 unit for rupees 10, then 2 units for rupees 20. It will increase at a constant rate. It will be a line like this. Straight line. TR. This is the case of perfect competition, when the producer has no control over the price of the good. See, I know you will be having a doubt regarding perfect and imperfect and all. For that, I will be discussing in a separate lecture. I think it will be around 1 or 2 lectures after this. In that lecture, we will be discussing thoroughly what is perfect competition, what is imperfect competition, what are its features, what are its types, and everything. But here, just keep this in mind. In perfect competition, price will be equal to MR. And TR will increase at a constant rate. What will happen in imperfect competition? Imperfect competition, what? The producer can sell more output only by reducing the price. What will happen? In same way, X, 0 and Y output TR, AR, MR. Okay, sir. Ready? No perfect competition. What will happen? Since price will keep on falling, AR will keep on falling. First, let us draw the AR curve. AR will keep on falling. AR. See, when you see this AR curve, output is here and price is here. Some other curve we have studied like this. What is it? Demand curve. Got it? So it is AR curve is same as demand curve. Only thing for demand curve we focus from the point of view of consumer. For AR curve we focus from the point of view of producer or seller. So what will happen in imperfect competition? AR will keep on falling. Since AR will keep on falling, what will happen to MR? Let me tell you. Let's take an example. First, 1 unit costs rupees 10. When producer wants to sell 2 units, producer will have to reduce price to 9. So TR will be 18. Means MR will be only 8. In the first unit, then let's take the third unit. If the producer is able to sell 3 units only for rupees 8 each, then TR will be 24. What will happen? Let me put it down. 1 unit rupees 10. 2 units for rupees 9 each. 3 units for rupees 8 each. So what will happen? Here TR will be rupees 10. Here TR will be rupees 18. Here TR will be rupees 24. 8 and 6. Let's take 4 units for rupees 7. 28 will be the TR. If TR is 28, after 24, it is 4. So MR will fall and it will fall at twice the rate of AR. See, AR is falling only 1, but MR is falling at twice its rate. So MR curve will fall twice its rate. However, MR curve can even go negative. Okay, this is the behavior of TR and MR. Now, means AR and MR. AR and MR are both falling, but MR will fall at twice the rate of AR. Now, before I go into the shape of the TR curve, let us see about elasticity of demand. In elasticity of demand, we have studied one method, the expenditure method. Okay, here we are not considering the case of expenditure method when price increases. Why? Because we know the price is falling. When price falls and if quantity increases, ED greater than 1, right? QTY increase, ED greater than 1. If ED is greater than 1, what will happen to MR? Any idea? See, if the producer is decreasing the price and quantity demanded increase manifold, so definitely the producer will be able to earn more. MR will be positive, though it will be falling. Here, therefore, ED greater than 1. If ED equal to 1, if ED is equal to 1, what will happen? Price but quantity fall means price falls, but quantity increases same proportion, there will be no change at all in expenditure. Okay, price increases, and if expenditure means price falls and expenditure increases, then ED will be greater than 1. That's what we studied in the expenditure method, right? ED greater than, if consumers expenditure is increasing, producers revenue is also increasing. So for MR will be greater than 0. But if price is falling, expenditure no change, ED will be equal to 1. So what will happen? MR will be 0, sir. ED equal to 1. If price is falling, expenditure is falling, ED will be less than 1. Okay, then what will happen? Since consumers expenditure is falling, MR will be negative. Here ED less than 1. This is what we have about elasticity of demand and this one. Elasticity of demand and MR. Similarly AR as well. Here when this is 0, AR it will be the midpoint of AR. Here ED greater than 1, ED is equal to 1, ED less than 1. This is how it goes. Now let us focus on TR. See, what will be TR? TR will be the addition of all MRs, right? So when MR is positive, TR should increase, but at a diminishing rate. Why? Because MR is falling. When MR is 0, TR will be at maximum. When MR is negative, TR will be falling. So let us dot TR. I hope you have got this right. This is the TR curve. It will initially increase at a diminishing rate, then it will fall. TR. Here MR greater than 0, MR is equal to 0, MR less than 0. This is the case of imperfect competition. Okay. In perfect competition, price will be same. So we saw the curves in perfect and imperfect. This is all we have regarding revenue. Okay. So now let us wind off. Okay. First of all, we learned what is revenue. Revenue is the amount of money received by a producer on selling goods or services. Types of revenue. Okay. What did we learn in that? TR, AR, MR. Total revenue is the total amount of money received on selling all the output. AR is total revenue divided by quantity sold. What is MR? MR will be the addition to total revenue when one more unit of a commodity is sold. Symbolically, delta TQ by delta Q. We studied about markets, perfect competition and imperfect competition. Under perfect competition, price of a commodity will be constant. And what will happen there? Price will be equal to MR and TR will increase at a constant rate. Under imperfect competition, what did we see? The producer can sell more only by reducing the price. So what will happen? MR will fall and AR will also fall. But MR will fall at twice the rate of AR. We studied the relationship between elasticity of demand as well as MR and AR. Then we saw the shape of TR curve. What is the shape of TR curve under imperfect competition? Initially it will increase at a diminishing rate, then it will reach a maximum, then it will fall. So friend, this is all for this session. So hope you have understood the topics, and let's continue our rather long discussion on producer behavior in the next session. So till then, stay safe. Thank you. Bye bye.